So you liked Yoshi's Island DS then?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, maybe I should give it a try then.
It's,
I was kind of put off because I think Yoshi and DS, and I think about that one where you have to like draw clouds or something. It just
oh, the Yoshi's touch and go.
yeah.
I,
That's it. They're not switches. They're barrels of fuel. I knew that you hit barrels. I assumed they were switches.
they might as well be switches.
Yeah.
Which is stylized graphics. This game features more stylized graphics that look a lot more cartoony and pleasing. Music is also rather nice, though not as nice as the original games. That could be used up. There are also several new babies you can hear screech at any time you take a hit. They give different abilities to Yoshi as he rides them, such as Mario will allow Yoshi to sprint and bounce eggs off walls. Peach will let Yoshi be really light and able to ride wind currents at the cost of eggs no longer bouncing. All in all, I felt the game was a solid 4 out of 5. Then came Yoshi's New Island, which is about anything but new. When the game first came out, my impressions were, wow, that game looks ugly as heck. And the only
It does. It looks so bad.
And the only other thing that really was standing out was Yoshi can eat Shy Guys 10 times the size of him. So eventually, when I got a 3DS, I looked up reviews and noticed a lot of people complaining about the game, saying that the game is a whole lot of nothing new. Now, I'm leery about internet reviews these days due to everyone and their nannies, for lack of a better term, whoring themselves up with negative games, so I decided to purchase the game myself. But my impressions of the game? Well, it was certainly suffers the case of the nothing. If you want a scoring, it's 3 out of 5 stars. Though, for the random access review, spoiler alert, though, what will come out first, this episode or that review?
Definitely this episode.
It's going to have a 4.5 out of 10 when it comes to random access. The game's mediocre, nothing really special. When I bought the game, it was still $40 on the eShop, and shortly afterwards they dropped the price to $20, and that just sulked.
I can imagine how annoying that must be.
Mm-hmm. Especially since Nintendo isn't really notorious for dropping prices. In fact, they're quite notorious for never dropping prices.
Yeah, I remember when Mario Kart DS was still full price and the 3DS had been out for 2 years. I'm just thinking, this is the same price as Mario Kart 7. Why would you pay that price for Mario Kart DS? Well, why would you pay any money for Mario Kart DS in general, but that's a topic for another time.
The game's ugly, the music is forgettable, and the levels are just bland versions of every level of the original Yoshi's Island, with the only exceptions being the extra stages. If you're interested in hearing more, then stay tuned as I break down a review of everything in this game, stage by stage. I'll break down each level's rating in 3 ways: just playing the stage, finding everything in the stage, and 100%ing the stage in one go. I'll make notes on each stage, as well as show my thoughts as a veteran Yoshi's Island player. Intro! First thing you'll notice is the tune the 3DS plays when you highlight over Yoshi's New Island on your menu. It's a tune that every time I hear it, my mind goes, what the heck? As I can best describe it, kazoo blurting!
Da, 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 da.
No.
Sort of like worse.
No. No, worse. You have to hear it to know it. Let's just say that.
Well, it can't be worse than Captain Toad Treasure Tracker.
You want to bet?
Can it? Can it?
First thing you'll notice, actually, in the game itself, is that it doesn't play the game's plot for you, which is a bit weird in my opinion. You can wait at the title screen for its kazoo madness to finally end, and then it'll show you the story, but the game will tell you anyways if you start off the plot. Anywho, the story starts off as so. Yoshi's Island DS didn't happen. Screw it. The stork is still busy delivering babies to the parents shown in the end of the first game. But ho-ho! It's the wrong parents! And so the stork flies off, gets mugged by Kamek, and let's forget the plot. There's a floating planetoid somewhere above the ocean with a lone island on it called Egg Island. Baby Bowser decided to make a great vacation home. Search as they may, the Yoshi clan can't find Baby Bowser. Oh no! And suddenly, Mario and the rest of the scene plays out like an ugly remaking of the original Yoshi's Island scene when the Yoshis find Big Mario. But this time with the Kazoo rendition of the Star Wars opening. I think I'm joking about. And I have a link here to a video showing what that is. With this beautiful tunage gracing our ears, you know you're in for a good time. Which is sarcasm, of course.
Yes.
There's good music in here somewhere, but it's just drowned out by shrill kisses.
You didn't get the continue point!
What?
Oh, my anxiety is going. Oh, it's alright, it's alright. You should have still got the continue point, though.
Continue point, sorry. Finally, continuing the breakdown of tradition of having an actual intro stage to teach players how to play the game, we start with 1-1. Little eggs, big eggs. Here we have a classic flowery field, first level, which I won't fault for being similar to the original game, which I will for basically the rest of the game since Yoshi's Island DS more blatantly copied. However, what I will fault this stage for copying is, fault the stage for is copying the first level wrong. The stage is fairly straight path, there's no real flavor to the stage, and the only part where anything feels interesting is at the very end, where they introduce the only thing that makes this game remotely stand out, that being giant eggs. The music is okay here, not too much kazoo going on, until stage goal, which plays a cacophony of kazoos and I have another link showing what that sounds like. Yes. Naturally, the stage isn't too tough, being the first one, but however, it is about as bland as saltless crackers. Ratings, beating it, boring, getting everything, a joke, everything in one go. If you hold right, you're going to walk into nearly everything on the way. And that's the end of what I had written for this.
You hadn't even actually got through 1-1.
No, that was 1-1. Where I gave a short description of the level, saying that it was...
Alright, so you got through 1-1, but you didn't get to 1-2.
Yeah. 1-2, I have the title on there, it's like Chomp Rock and Roll. And... as I can best describe most any stage in the game, think a stage from the original Yoshi's Island, only flat and boring.
I'm glad that you make the distinction between flat and boring.
Mm-hmm.
That it's not boring because it's flat, or at least just because it's flat.
Yep.
Wow, 3 lots. It's the same amount of bananas, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's annoying. It should be 3 times the amount of bananas.
That would be nice, but we'll live. You know, Baby Donkey Kong is one of the babies you can use in Yoshi's Island DS.
Yep.
And he's actually my favorite baby to use in that game because, one, his cry is the least annoying, and two, he has a melee attack. And also three, his eggs explode.
Ba 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 ba. Meow.
Oh, it's not Manic Miners, it's Manic Mincers.
Hmm?
I misread the title of the stage as being Manic Miners earlier. It's Manic Mincers.
Manic Miner was a game on the I want to say Commodore 64. It was probably on a load of different platforms. Thinking about
You
it.
think this might have been a reference to that game?
No. They're not that clever.
I don't know. This was Heyday Rare.
Oh, this level! Oh, right. I thought you were still talking about Yoshi's brand new, not so new island.
No. That game. It's not a good game.
Clearly.
If 3DS emulators can read SD cards, though, I might have to do it for TCC someday. Let's see, what games would I be able to do for TCC once emulators for 3DS gets to the point where it can read the 3DS games off of the SD card itself? I have Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D, Link Between Worlds, Mario 3D Land, Triforce Heroes, Shovel Knight, Metroid Blast Ball, WarioWare Touched, Kirby's Blowout Blast, Picross, Puzzle and Dragons, Xenoblade Chronicles, Yoshi's Worst Thing Ever, and a variety of Super Nintendo and Game Boy games.
Is Puzzle and Dragons both Puzzle and Dragons Z and Super Mario Brothers, or just the ordinary Puzzle and Dragons?
It's both of them.
It's both of them.
Yep. Speaking of things, it's time for me to harvest my apples in the free-to-play Kirby game. Hey man, I'm literally only a few days worth of harvesting apples left from having completely beaten the game without paying them a single cent.
Nice. Okay, then by all means go ahead. Don't owe them a penny.
I don't know if there's anything that I could get to be able to just, like some USB thing to be able to plug in 3DS and DS cards into to read into the computer and play off of them like that. I'd really like that. I have all sorts of
I'm
DS
sure
games
those exist, but
see.
they're more for ripping the cart than necessarily playing them.
Heck, I'll rep them.
Yeah. I'm sure tools like that do exist, but I've not come across them myself. I know that some of the clone consoles out there will rip your carts, but I mean, I'm thinking of the Retro Freak in particular, but I mean, you'd have to rip them to an SD card via the console, then bring them over to the computer if you wanted to play them on the computer.
Yeah.
But it would still be your own rip of the game and therefore perfectly legal.
Yep. It is perfectly legal to make up a personal backup copy, as long as you do not distribute it illegally.
Well, that's a separate thing altogether. I'm just talking about creating the backup copy.
Mm-hmm. But there's a misconception because people like to believe everything Nintendo says. Where Nintendo's like, emulation is wrong, even though...
It is not up for debate!
Yeah, that's why they not only do it themselves, but they have downloaded a NES ROM of Super Mario Bros. And sell it to you. Which makes them a little more than hypocritical. They basically just want you to give them more money. But that's a topic for another opinionated mate.
I'm thinking about moving that over to its own channel. Doing the same with Sushi Bites as well. It has occurred to me more than once. But then the question would be, what does my channel have after that? Pretty much nothing.
Bunch of old Let's Plays.
Yeah, and a whole bunch of live streams. I don't know, man. I'm still in the halfway house way of thinking of skipping YTG entirely and moving to Twitch.
It's fair. I mean, I have my reasons for streaming to Twitch. And of course, you can just have Twitch not automatically, you have to tell Twitch itself to export your thing to YouTube directly. But it's there. And I've used it, and it's nice because then it doesn't bog down my internet for several hours as I try to move a few hours stream over.
Were you just doing that for the warp?
I'm pretty sure I did.
Yeah. It's pretty clear you like Winky the best.
Yep.
You always go for him in these mini stages.
That, and also he's the one I'm best at getting lives from with these bonus rounds. Like I said, I've gotten as high as like 800 with him before. I don't think it's, yeah, here we go, 800 and something amount I got there, so that's 8 lives. I don't think there are multiple save files for Zelda Triforce Heroes, thinking about it. And I'd still gladly play through all the stages, because I can, but I won't sadly be able to show off the intro. Nothing really of interest to talk about then?
I wonder... Oh, you're going to Funky's flights. Oh, dudes! My name's Funky Kong! So where are you off to? To save.
Yep. I
Right.
don't want to do all that again. In 2 hours.